Hey y'all, it's me. I am Vanessa. Thank you so much for tuning in today. This message is really just for me. So if you're watching, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you so much. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all of those wonderful things that you know you're supposed to do being out here in these YouTube streets. But this 2024 is upon us. It's here. Like, you have no choice but to be ready because it's already here. But I was just watching a video a little while ago and it was talking about goals. And it was 2020. No, it was 2021. And I remember I was like, ooh, my goal is this pull-up challenge. And then like you watch a few more videos ahead and it's like, honey, I failed that challenge. I did not make it at all. So that was one. I wanted to compete 2023. That was my goal in 2022, to be ready to compete in 2023. Yes, I did get an invitation to model at the Arnold, but that wasn't a competitor. That was not competing. Yes, I could have gone to any of the other shows because I was a bombshell at that time and that's what I was doing. Did I go? No. So, second goal didn't happen. 2 years in a row, like I was close and then I don't know what happened. Third video that I was watching, and this was actually out of order, so I did the second video and then the third video. The very initial video that started this, me wanting to talk about this today, was in 2020. And I was just like, oh, I gotta lose this weight, I gotta do so well. I was living in Houston, Texas, and life was just everything I wanted it to be, right? We had COVID, I was stuck in the house. Y'all already know I have agoraphobia. Staying in the house is life for me. I'm okay with it. I really, really am. It's the going outside part that I'm not okay with. But 2020, living in Houston, Texas, I lost 40 pounds-ish, right? 2021, yes, I kept that up, maybe added to it another 8 or 9. By the time we get to the end of 2023, or the middle of 2023, because the end of 2023, honey, I lost my mind. But the middle of 2023, I was down. Like 2020, I was 4 pounds away from my high school weight. And I just thought I was just living my best life. That's kind of when I became a personal trainer officially. Because I was doing like Zumba before then, and I was doing a Stronger program, and which turned into Stronger by Zumba, but it was just kind of like a group fitness kind of program. And then 2020, I kind of made it official, and I was like, yes, this is what I love. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a plan for myself. I'm going to do all these great and wonderful things. And then the next video, you see me nearly in tears because I pretty much had gained it all back. And that didn't feel so great at all. And you can see in the video, like I was like really like not happy about it at all. But after 3 years of not hitting my goal, I'm ready to have a year that I actually hit my goal. Okay, I'm ready. Like, yes, I make goals that are super ambitious. 100% true. But I haven't hit any. So that just kind of makes me feel feel worse. Like, it makes me feel bad. So I have to this year, like, I have to hit my goal. And yes, my goal is going to be like outlandish and far-fetched. But I have to. Like, there's no way that I'm going to even get close to that goal if I don't set myself up to be in a position where it's like, yes, it's really far out there, but if we set systems, if we do all of these things, then we'll be so much closer to attaining that goal, as opposed to setting my goal low, being able to hit it, and then for the rest of the year, I'm playing the roller coaster game, trying to keep that goal in check, or just giving up on it completely. And those are things that I don't want to do. So this year, the first thing that I'm going to do before I even go through and try to break down any of my goals or anything like that, I just want to bring up those old goals that I had. One of them was to do a pull-up. To this day, I still cannot do a pull-up, okay? Like, I feel like my back looks great. I feel like I'm super strong. Honey, I can't do a pull-up. Like, I mean, I just can't. I can't. I can like cheat, and in my mind that's cheating. So before you get all upset and be like, that's not cheating, like, I can do a pull-up with the little bands or the assisted machine. I can do pull-ups that way. That for me is not what I mean by being able to do a pull-up. If I was just out in the atmosphere somewhere and I needed to jump up and pull up and save my life, I'm not gonna have a rubber band to put underneath the bottom of my foot to help pull me up or anything like that. Like, I want to be able to do a pull-up. So that's probably going to be a part of the goals for 2024, in addition to getting on stage, because that was my goal for 2023 and I did not make that goal. I'm really kind of sad about it. Okay, boom. Okay. So I'm really kind of sad about it, but when I look back at those videos to see where I was before and where I'm actually at now, it's just like radically different. Even though I'm kind of at that in-between weight, I feel like I look better than I did when I was at the lower weight, because I have more muscle now, because I feel like it's, you know, a lot more defined. So yeah, getting back on stage is definitely, or getting to the stage, not back on, because I've never been on it. I would like to, but I haven't. Getting on the stage for the first time in 2024 is going to be awesome. I'm praying about it. Third goal is going to involve travel, because I really want to try something different. I really want to have a different experience. And I'm not talking about just traveling to go visit. I want to actually move to a hugely different location that from what I'm used to, and I just want to try that. I don't want to be like, and I'm talking about way different than even Texas. Like North Carolina, moving to Texas, 1000% different, but I'm looking for something a little bit more than that. Like, I want to be able to go to a jungle. I want to be able to ride a prominent river. I don't know. I want to be able to be a part of something that's just a little bit bigger than what I've experienced in the United States. So that's why this year is definitely going to involve travel. So with those being my 3 goals, just to kind of start off with, they are mainly focused in the arena of health and wellness and fitness, because that's kind of what I'm all about. I do want to incorporate some goals that have to deal with my academics. So before, I was in the doctoral program for public health, and I would absolutely love to continue that. I focus on the role of sugar and brain health and how it's affecting our adolescents and their learning. So I really think that's an important topic. I really think that that is something that needs to be spoken more about. I mean, I know that there's so many issues between teachers and districts or administrators, or state representatives who speak, I guess, on the behalf of the teachers. But I feel like there's a whole nother different level that we're not addressing, especially when it comes to nutrition and what the children are able to do, what they are capable of doing with what they're being provided. especially if those are the kids that are like Title I kids. They have low socioeconomic status, or they have the free and reduced lunch or anything like that, where they're getting primarily nutrition from the schoolhouse, right? I really want to look into that and see how that's affecting our kids and how it's affecting their brain, because I know we're looking into it now. You know, the role of sugar in mental health diseases is increasing, and a lot of people are finding those correlations there, but it seems like nobody's really talking about how it's affecting our children, and our children are taking it in way more than anybody else and being affected, you know, in basically for the rest of their lives. Like, yeah, if you're an adult and you're kind of messing up now, okay, you've learned what you were supposed to learn, or you've whatever, but these kids, like, we're assaulting their little brains with so much sugar and all of this kind of negative energy that's going on in their little head. So how do we expect them to remember things, and how do we expect them to behave better? And then of course COVID compounded so many of the issues. So anywho, this is a video about goals. So those are going to be a part of my goals, but like I said, I wanted to incorporate that academic piece in there. Of course, for my business, I'm going to have goals for that. I want to achieve certain things. Now, I actually don't have any specific goals for my business, and I think that I really need to dig into that more and look at the trajectory that my business can take, if that makes sense, because I kind of really don't know. Like, I'm new at this, I'm trying. So here we are. Those are going to be the goals, but I was also watching this other creator online, and if I find her information, I'll definitely link it below, because she has become like one of my favorites now that I'm watching. And one of the things that she recently put out was her review on the 12-week year. And according to her, she's done it several times before, and she absolutely enjoys it. So she's just starting her first 12 weeks because we're in January now, and then she'll continue out for that 12-week year and then do another one, you know, after like a week break and follow it up. And I kind of thought that was a super cool idea, especially the way that she broke it down. Now, I'm not exactly sure what her job is, but it seems like it's something in communicating a message. So I don't know if she is an educator. I don't know if she works for like Department of Social Services or something like that, where she has to support people, but that's kind of what it seems like, where she's trying to educate people and support them. Of course, she didn't say it, so I don't know. I'm just not really assuming. Yeah, it is an assumption that that's what she does. But those are the kind of vibes that I'm getting by some of the things that she was saying. And like I said, if I remember as I'm editing this video, I'll make sure to put it in the link below, because I really, really like her videos. And that's something that I want to incorporate. So this video is just an introduction to goals. I'm going to have them. I'm going to have them. Will I accomplish them? That's another question. But 2021 was my year of actually trying, because I felt like that was a point in my life where I always say I try. And it's just like, well, what does your effort really look like? Like, what does trying really look like? Did you try as hard as you possibly could? Or did you do enough just to say that you were trying? 2022, my word or my theme or whatever for 2022 was to try harder. So 2021, make sure you're trying. Are you trying? What does trying look like? 2022 was like try harder. 2023 was to be more intentional. So it wasn't to the fact that, yes, I know I'm trying, but am I intentional in the actions that I'm doing on a daily basis consistently to show that I'm trying and to get to my goal or whatever. Now, this kind of spanned from when I was talking to my students, and I would say to them, you know, if you're an A+ student, what do A+ students do to be successful? And then they would name off all of these things. And then I would just pose the question to them, like, are you doing those things? So if you tell me as the teacher that you're supposed to be an A student because that's all you've ever known, and these are the things that A students do, are you doing those things? And then I put myself in that same scenario, and I was like, okay, Vanessa, if you want to be a bodybuilder, are you doing the things that bodybuilders are supposed to be doing? Are you eating the way that you're supposed to be eating? Are you working out the way that you're supposed to be working out? And for the most part, I could honestly say yes. For the most part. But then that goes back to my 2021. What does trying look like? not to like toot horns or pat myself on the back or anything like that, but I feel like I'm really good at most things. And the standard, the minimum, the lowest level, if you want to put it that way, that kind of comes easy to me. For most things, it's not hard for me to, achieve the basic level on most things. But to be a bodybuilder, to compete, that's not basic level anymore. Like, you got to step it up. To be a doctoral student, that's not basic level anymore. If you want to stand out, you really have to step it up. And I'm not talking about stand out like to get accolades or anything like that from anyone else, but to be able to say that I stood at the top of my class and I really know what I'm doing, that kind of standing out. I think it's really important to be above that basic minimum level. Not to say that a master's degree is low or basic or anything like that, because yes, I did feel like when I was getting my master's degree, I still wanted to make sure I took in everything that I needed to know and that I could show that as much as I possibly could to anyone who would actually just like visualize that happening in my space, right? Anyone else just coming in watching like, oh yes, she's an educator. I want them to be able to see that, like from wherever they are. She is an educator. That's what she does. So getting that PhD, I feel like, or not, it's not a PhD, it's just a EDD, it's doctoral. So a doctor of education. And in order for me to be great, I have to do better than what I was doing. I can't expect the same behaviors that I had as a master's student or even as undergrad. Honey, don't even let me get to that, because undergrad, I was like, I did basically whatever. Like, sometimes when I think about it, I get really upset with myself because I could have done so much better, even though I really didn't do that bad. Like, I was a Chancellor Scholar, I was an All-American Collegiate Scholar. Life was great and wonderful, but I feel like I could have done better. Another time, another video. This video is about goals, Vanessa. You see how I get into that? I just start like beating myself up already. Like, you could have done better. You could have done this. You could have done that. And that's why 2023 was about being intentional. Not so much that you could have done better or whatever, because in reality, we all can do better in some area of our life, right? The point of that is to say, be intentional so that what you're doing is going to lead to the end result, regardless of every other thing in life that happens. If you have a system that you consistently follow, then that'll be a lot easier for you than feeling like you're beating yourself over the head to accomplish something every single day, as opposed to ticking off the box to my checklist for the day, my system, and then letting it go, not festering over it, not wondering, did I do enough? Did I do good enough? If I've decided to begin with that this is what I need to do to be good enough, then all you have to do is do that. And it kind of takes me back to the way I built my diet program. It's called My Portion. If y'all want to know about it, I will definitely put the link below, because I don't talk about it or promote it as much as I should, but that is going to change in 2024, because if I'm that person that says, okay, I want to compete next year, there are several things that I have to do for myself anyway, so why not just share that information online? Because I am going to be following a nutrition plan, and I kind of like mine. So that's where we're going with that. But yes, being intentional, being purposeful, not just beating myself over the head and making myself feel bad that you could have done better, which is kind of what I think I did in 2022. And I think that's why it hurt me so much when I didn't reach that goal, or when I got 4 pounds away from my high school weight and then turned it back around and gained 15 going the other way. Like, that really upset me. And it's just like, why? Because for majority of the year, I was doing exactly what it is that I was supposed to be doing. Like, I moved, traveled across country. I did all of those things. And leaving Odessa, Texas in 2022 that put a lot of weight on me. I know I posted it on social media like a while back to show how my steps increased and decreased. Like it was definitely an ebb and flow kind of situation that was happening with my weight because there was so much going on at that short time period right before I moved. Like I had health issues that I had to deal with. I was moving. I was at a job that honestly, I loved the job, but my supervisor was just horrid. And I mean, it was just a lot. It was just a lot. It was so much to the point where I was just like, I want to go back home. Like I actually left North Carolina, the Carolinas period. I left because of the poverty here, because so many people struggle just to make ends meet. And I swear it's so not fair. When I went to Texas, it was a completely different ball game. Like as a teacher, I actually made money. As a teacher, you know, I was doing the remote online thing, you know, and it was horrid because I was in the classroom and I did have one principal at one point, and this was only for about 3 months, but I feel like she was just the worst. And her assistant principal wasn't the best either. So it was just a really trying situation and I couldn't handle it. I'm not even gonna lie. That's where I think my agoraphobia kicked into high gear, the anxiety, the depression, everything just kind of fell on me at that time. And I was just gaining weight. I'm not even gonna lie. I only still ate pretty much what was in my house. But obviously I wasn't paying as close attention to what I was doing. And I was just ordering basically whatever I wanted. And I wasn't working out. I didn't have the energy. I didn't feel like it. I just want to sit at home and cry because this person hurt my feelings. And, you know, I was going through all of those emotions. So when I came back to the Carolinas, it felt like things were going to be able to be better. And honestly, it was until like the first week of school. And that's when, you know, things just kind of got crazy for me. Towards the end of the school year, so we're talking about like the summer-ish of 2023, that's when I was just like to the point of letting it all go. Like I don't even care about working. I don't care about any of this. All I'm gonna do is put my headphones in, go to the gym, work out. None of that even mattered to me. And during that summer, I had gotten down to an amazing shape. I was so proud of myself. And then of course life just comes popping up like it always does. And I was put into a situation where I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel happy. Like I had to go through all of those different changes. And I gained, but it was not that much this time. So like I was saying before, I lost like 40 in 2020 and then 8-ish 2021 and then 7-8-ish in 2022. So at the end of the day, at the end of June 2023, I was only down 52 pounds from where I started. So there was, like I said, there was quite a bit of fluctuation going on there. But like I was saying, also at the end of, or the summer of 2023, that's when I also looked better than I did when I was smaller, because I felt like I was so much leaner and stronger looking, and I had been hitting the gym and I was all caring all about them weights, and I was just already mad about work and life and everything else, and I kind of just turned all of that off. So now we're at the end of 2023 and we're hitting these goals. It's time to get back to it. I mean, that's just what it is. Life happens. When I'm telling you, life was like beating me up, okay? 2022 and 2023. Like I feel like I got like some permanent black eyes from 2022 and 2023, but it's 2024. We get to start over. We're moving on. And yes, I'm making my goal video like the mid-month. So today is what, January 15th. So this video will probably go up before Saturday. But I'm making my goals at the middle of January because I didn't want to just jump out and be like, oh, I'm going to start this goal the first week in January, even though January 1st landed on a Monday, which was perfect. I didn't want to jump out and make goals. I feel like that's what everybody's doing. And I didn't want to be impulsive and do that and not truly encapsulate the goals that I wanted to fulfill through this year or for this year. So that's why I didn't do that. I really want to drill down and figure out what my goals are. I want to look into this 12-week plan and see if I can kind of incorporate that, make it work. Hopefully, I'll have all of that figured out by the 20th or by when this video goes up, so that the video that follows it will be my 12-week year and how I outline my goals and what we're doing for this. So hopefully that's enough talking, and you'll follow me and you'll stay with me and you'll join me and you'll share your goals with me, and we'll do all of this stuff together. Yay, 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 because that's what we do. Just a reminder, I am Vanessa and I value you. You deserve good things. You are important. You are good enough, and that's enough. Hit your goals, smash your dreams, do all the things in life that you want to do, and when you are at the end of your life, don't say sorry for it. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna tell you, don't hurt anybody. Don't kill anybody, don't maim anybody, don't cause anyone mental distress, don't do all of those things intentionally, okay? Just be yourself, be good, okay? Do good things. That's all I got. That is step one to identifying that we have goals. Next video is step two. We are going to outline these goals, y'all. So I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, because I value you, so value me. Bisous, bisous. I love you guys.